A live look at First and Iron in southwest Albuquerque, right near downtown. You want to avoid this area. It's because police are investigating a hit and run involving several pedestrians.
Yeah, here's what else we know is that it happened around 3 this morning. We are waiting on more information from police, including details of any injuries or the description of the vehicle involved. We do know that a full violent crimes call has been issued. First Street is closed at Cole to Hazeldine, and Iron is closed from Iron and Stover. From 2nd Street to 1st Street are closed. Again, 1st Street is closed at Cole to Hazeldine, and Iron and Stover from 2nd to 1st are also closed. We will have updates for you as we learn more about the situation and give you an update when that area is now back open. Tonight, the Albuquerque City Council will hold a special meeting, and some are wondering if it will go as planned.
That's because, as you probably know, the last couple of meetings have been canceled or postponed because of protesters.
This office is a crime scene. This office is a
Remember this, it was a week ago today that angry protesters packed the mayor's office here in Albuquerque, saying they were fired up and fed up with the city's police department. The protests forced City Hall into a lockdown, and Council President Ken Sanchez postponed that meeting that was supposed to happen last Monday until today.
We could not conduct business because we would be in violation of the Open Meetings Act by conducting a meeting without the public being invited.
All right, tonight's agenda is packed. Councilors are set to vote on reforming the Police Oversight Commission. That's the group that is supposed to police the police department, a sales tax hike to pay for mental health programs, and new rules to keep the peace at the council meetings. We'll be there. We'll let you know how all of it goes. The meeting starts at 5 o'clock tonight. You should know there is no general public comment because this is considered a special meeting, but you can speak about specific issues that are on the agenda. If you want to do that, just go ahead and sign up ahead of time. And right now, the UNM professor who was arrested during the protests in the mayor's office last week is not allowed to be at the city council meeting, but he is fighting that this morning. David Correa, right here, is facing charges after he was accused of chest bumping an officer during the sit-in and the protest in the mayor's office last week. 12 other protesters were arrested too. They were all charged with misdemeanors, but Correa was slapped with a felony. A judge then banned him from City Hall, but Mr. Correa's attorney is filing an appeal to let him go to the city council meetings. And a group of community leaders and organizations here in New Mexico are set to launch a new campaign today aimed at reforming Albuquerque's police department. It is called the APD Forward campaign. The goal here is to help build a better police force by holding officers accountable and monitoring the Department of Justice's reforms. The campaign is supposed to talk about all of this and its goals a little bit later today. We'll keep you posted on it. Liz?
Albuquerque has a new city budget that includes pay raises for city employees and police. Mayor R.J. Berry signed the $493 million budget last week that gives officers up to a 5% bump in pay. Other city workers will get a 3% raise. $2 million will also go toward the federal reforms outlined by the Department of Justice because of the controversial APD shootings. Those reforms include mental health training and crisis intervention for officers. Albuquerque police are having to explain why there is no lapel video from the latest officer-involved shooting where an officer killed a man a few weeks ago. A warning, the video and details are a bit graphic. APD officer Brian Fuchs and officer Ryan Graves were responding to a stabbing at 2nd and I-40 last month. Officials say 37-year-old Ralph Chavez had slit a man's throat after the man tried to stop Chavez from attacking his girlfriend. According to police, they tried to de-escalate the situation by backing up, as cops say Chavez came at them with a bloody knife, yelling for officers to shoot him. But none of that was captured on video. At least what happened after was not captured on video. Officer Ryan Graves had his lapel camera covered by his raincoat. The other officer, Brian Fuchs, did not turn his on, according to police. Now, APD says they will launch an internal affairs investigation.
At 5:36, we're hoping to learn more today about another one of Albuquerque's homicides, this from the northeastern part of the city. Here's what we know right now. Police were called out to the Adioso apartment complex here on Montgomery and near Pennsylvania on Saturday. Officers were supposed to check on someone there, but they ended up finding a person dead. Police will not tell us right now who the person is, how old the person is, or if it's even a man or a woman. Well, if you see a lot of cops at schools in Santa Fe for the next couple of weeks, don't be alarmed. They're just doing some drills. Santa Fe police will be training at different schools from now until the end of the month. Today they'll be at Santa Fe High School, tomorrow at Chaparral Elementary. Again, this is just training. Do not worry if you see a bunch of police cars by schools in Santa Fe. Well, by now you've probably heard about the state's new controversial teacher evaluations. Well, it turns out some in Albuquerque are flawed, says APS and the state's public education department. A lot of teachers and administrators say the evaluations left them confused and frustrated. The BED's Director of Educator Quality, Matt Montano, tells the Albuquerque Journal that some of the mistakes come from information from the districts, and the state is now working to go ahead and correct those evaluations.
Here's some good news for you. Fidelity Investments is expanding and bringing more jobs to the metro area. On Friday, the company announced that it is adding 200 more jobs to its facility at Mesa del Sol, 150 of which are still available. They are in the area of customer service and the 401k department for clients. Fidelity will hold a recruiting event next Tuesday at its corporate office near University and Crick Avenue Southeast. You can find more information on our website. Just go to krqe.com and click on the KRQE links tab.